Well, welcome to my evening chat. It's Flylady Kat, and I'm here today to give you peace in your life, control in your home, and to help you learn how to finally love yourself. Today is and has been Monday all day long. We had a 3-layer cake. The first layer of our cake was our 5 routines, 3 of them done in the morning, 2 of them in the evening or afternoon and evening. They are, sorry, there's a hair. Ah, hold on, there's a hair here. There we have a hair situation. All right, so the first one was our morning routine, and that's a 2-parter. If you have children, you do yours first, then you take care of the kids. Second was our laundry. Third, if we have paper clutter. And then the rest of the routines happen in the afternoon, so after dinner routine and then the before bed routine. Another 2-parter if you have kids. All right, then we have our zone. We're in zone 3, which is the main bathroom. That's like the hall bathroom and one other room that's not covered in the other zones. And then the final thing is our basic weekly plan. Today that was our weekly home blessing hour. Hour is the maximum I want you to take. It could take as little as 30 minutes. All right, so that was it for today. If you work, then you would have either delegated that weekly home blessing hour or delegated in parts or do it in parts yourself or save it for Saturday. As long as you plan for it, I'm okay. In the morning, you would have done your morning routine when you came home. If you're working a standard 8 to 5 with an hour for lunch and time to drive home, then you're going to put your laundry in, go through an inch of paper, start your supper while it's simmering, work in your zone, 10 to 15 minutes, depending on if it's a deep clean for 10 minutes or it's a declutter for 15 minutes, and complete the process. And then follow that with your weekly home blessing hour. If you're a teacher and you get home at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, for example, you could certainly do that. But if you're getting home at 6, you don't have time to do that. So again, delegate it or break it up into parts or both. Or do it on Saturday, okay? Then our after dinner routine and our before bed routine. Making sure you keep an ear out for the laundry. When it's dry, when it's through washing, put it in the dryer. When it's through drying, fold it or delegate that. All right, we have 6 people on and that's all. So that means notifications are not going out, and I am so sorry about that. I don't know why. It's beyond my control. But we'll talk, the 6 of us. So who's on here? Please let me know so we can have a little chat. And 7 of us. And also don't forget to give us a thumbs up. If you have any questions or concerns, I'm here for you. If not, then that will be it for the evening. We'll just talk about what we should have done today or would have liked to have done or possibly did do. If you're a 20%er, then you did those things or have done or are in the process of doing those things. So I'm waiting for your chat, the 7 of you little lurkers. Tell me what's going on. Got 1 thumbs up. Thumbs up. Thank you very much. Come on. Nothing to say? Alrighty then. Well, that's it for today. I hope you have a fabulous day. I want you to always remember that you are beautiful. I will see you tomorrow morning. Marty will be with me. We're going to have a morning chat together. And our schedule will be mornings on Monday and Tuesday and Friday. And then evenings on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. Nothing on Saturday, nothing on Wednesday morning. Nothing on Wednesday at all, actually. No Wednesday. All right, we have 10 people on, 1 thumbs up and 1 comment. First timer on chat, but I've loved you for years. You're much thinner than I thought. I'm babysitting. Well, I've lost 48 pounds, Kathy, and thank you very much. Welcome. So happy to have you as part of our community. So glad that you're talking to us, and you have a 4-year-old, a 5-year-old, and a 1-year-old for grandchildren. That's fantastic. Fantastic. And Diana Wolf is here saying, okay. All right, well, we're going to make it short because no one's on. Unless you guys have a question, I'll be more than happy to answer your question. Just put it in caps for me. And I'm going to give you about 2 minutes for that. If I don't get a question, then I'm going to go. Or a comment. You can talk to me some more if you want to. Yeah. All right. In the meantime, I'll tell you what the weather is. It was 80 degrees here today. Started out really cold. And No, I'm not familiar with that, Kathy. Barbara North, hi. I'm new to the Flylady system and I'm transitioning into my retirement. I'm wondering if I can motivate myself to do the daily routines. What if I don't feel like it? Great question, Barbara. Don't forget to put your questions in caps. I'm so happy to have you on the Flylady system with me. Um, First, let me tell you that you're never going to feel like it. You know when you'll feel like it? After you've started doing it a bit. It's just like not feeling like swimming when you don't know how to swim. You got to learn how to do this system. So the thing that I challenge you to do is, number one, go watch the video, How to Do the Flylady System for Newbies, on my homepage, or Mr. B will put the link on, my husband will put the link up for you to see. Go watch that video and take notes. It takes about an hour to watch it because it's a 40-minute video. And then you're going to want to stop it and take some notes. And then all the things I say will make sense. And once you see that, then come back here and you'll understand what we're talking about. But in the meantime, Barbara, make sure that you do the morning routine every day. That's what you're going to start with. Actually, the morning and evening routines are what you're going to start with. The evening routine is actually the most important routine, whether you want to or not. Just like when you used to work. You didn't want to go to work, but you didn't have a choice. And once you got good at it, then you didn't mind it. But those first 3 months were really hard, if you recall. Anytime you had a new job, change jobs, the first 3 months are the hardest months because you're learning it. Just like learning to swim, just like learning to play piano or another instrument. It takes practice. So I want you to practice and practice and practice. And that's how you form a habit. It takes 90 days to form a habit. So the things that I tell you to do when you're taking your little notes are the things I want you to do every day for 90 days until you have the habit. There's Mr. B saying, welcome to you, Barbara Ann. Okay, let's see who else is on here. It was a great question, Barbara North. And Barbara Ann is here, and Jen Will. Hi, Kat. I am new to the system, and I'm struggling because I work all week. You know, I worked for 40 years, so I totally can relate, and I'm a sidetracked person, which is why I became a fly lady, to help people just like me. I wished I had somebody just like me. And so what I want you to do when you work is do your morning routine and then go to work if you're working a standard shift. There are things you can do on your lunch hour and even on your breaks. And I know sometimes, some seasons of work, you don't get much of a lunch hour and you might not even get your breaks. I know that happens even though it's not supposed to. It does. But there are things and times where you'll have some time where you can do some things at work. Like you can actually pay your bills on your phone at work. You can balance your checkbook on your phone at work, not during your working time. You know, I was in management and I would certainly hate to think that somebody thought they could do this during their job time. I want you to do it during your personal time. But balance your checkbook, pay your bills, make your grocery list, even order your groceries from Walmart. There are so many things you can do in a few minutes. You can go clean your car out. Little things that I'm asking you to do every week, I want you to do. I'm going to take the sweater off. It is warm. All right, so that's what I want you to do. So go watch the video, make your notes, and then start doing these things. You can do it, I promise. You can. Even if you have kids at home, even if you're back to back to back, you can still do it. There's a way to do it, but you have to make a plan in your planner. So the number one thing I want you to do is watch the video. The second thing I want you to do is get a planner, and you can get one right now on sale because it's, you know, the year has already started, so you can find a good planner, and you're going to make your plan in a planner. Okay? I use, and I've got a link below, I use the Erin Condren planner. It's a little pricey, but to me, well worth it. But you can go to Walmart, you can go to Staples, you can go to Hobby Lobby, you can find a planner. You don't have to have the fanciest. And I don't want you to buy a bunch of stickers and decorate it. I want it to be a tool for you, okay? Hi, Maria Conley. And Barbara. Barban is also preparing for retirement. You know, I retired when I was 62, and that was, I'm 65, so 3 years ago I retired, and that's when I became a fly lady. And I was excited to be able to do the Flylady system once retired. It's so much easier, I think, to be able to stay home and do it, but you have to have the mindset. And if your house has been out of control for years, you may be feeling a little overwhelmed. This will be all the more reason that you want to do this, to gain your house back, to gain back your power, to gain back your home, to gain peace in your life. That's what you want. And then have a purpose for your retirement. And that's not to clean your house. The purpose of your retirement is to enjoy your life, to enjoy your grandchildren, to enjoy your spouse if you have one, to enjoy your home. But we've got to get to the point where you can enjoy it. So that's what I want you to do. Okay. And this you can do with me, I promise. Mr. B says, please remember to put your questions in caps. And that's Jen who I was telling that to. So Jen and Barb. The Barbs are retiring. Jen's working. You can do it. Jessie B wants to know, what's everyone doing in the zone this week? Zone 3, what are you doing in your zone? Janice says, good evening. Maria said, good evening. Oh, you're here. Kimmy's here. She's in her apron. You caught me. Yay. Hi, Kimmy. So good to see you. You're so precious. Barbara North, thanks so much, Kat. I have started, and I am excited to get the house back and get peace in my life. Yes, Barbara. Melissa B, hi, Kat and Mr. B, sending love from Vegas to you and all the fly babies. No notification, but glad to catch you live. I was about to leave because no one was here. I had 7 or 8 little lurkers, and then a couple of my newbies came in and said hello. It was a great opportunity for them because I was about to sign off, wasn't I, girls? Yes, I was. So glad you guys are popping in. Janet, RTS scrapping, no zone for me, project week. All right. Mr. B saying, Kimmy. We love us some sweet Kimmy. Kimmy is such a dear, sweet friend. Betsy Olson Mikowski. Hi, Betsy. Are you new? That name sounds familiar. Like maybe you used to be on here with me. Is that true? Tell me. Barban, after my kids left the house, I didn't see a need for routine. Boy, was I wrong. Everything fell apart. Yes, ma'am, you were wrong, but that's okay because you recognized it, right? And you took care of it. Excuse me, I'm very thirsty. Jessie B, I find the evening routine to be the most difficult to keep consistent. And it's the most important one. The most important one. Let's go over the evening routine. Evening routine is after the dinner dishes are in the dishwasher or they've been washed and everything's, clean in the kitchen. Then you have to say, okay, I have to be in bed at 10. I need to get started at 9:30 because I need to fall asleep by 10:30 in order to get up at 6:30 or whatever your schedule is. Some people need 6 hours, some 7, some 8, some half hours in there. So let's just say that's the example. So you would get up from what you're doing when the clock says 9:30. And you will go in your kitchen and wipe out the sink, change the towel so your sink is looking shiny. I just use a little Mrs. Myers, wipe it out. Take that towel that I dried it out with and put that in the wash, put a fresh one out. Kitchen looks nice, it's ready for tomorrow. Any last minute dishes go in the dishwasher. The soap's already in there, shut the door and turn it on. So the dishwasher's running, kitchen looks nice. Close your blinds, that kind of thing. Look at your planner. What have you planned for dinner tomorrow night? Is there something you need to take out of the freezer right now? Do you need to put your crock pot or your Instant Pot out so you don't forget what you're going to do tomorrow for dinner? And then go ahead and get yourself ready for bed. First, let's go look in your closet. What do you have to do tomorrow? Are you just staying home tomorrow? Do you have a meeting at work tomorrow? How do you want to dress? So pull your clothes now. I hang mine on a hook in the back of the bathroom door with my shoes and my jewelry in a little dish on the counter. So in the morning when I get up, I don't have to think about it. So I laid out this pink sweater last night, which is now inside out because I just pulled it off. But I laid out my sweater because I knew it was going to be cool in the morning, and this little dress, and I've worn it all day long. And I haven't really gone anywhere. I did go to my parents' house and take care of my mother and dad a little bit. But this is what I wore all day. And when it's done, when the day is over, I'm going to hang this up because it's not dirty. I'm going to hang this up because it's not dirty. And I'm going to lay out my clothes for tomorrow. And that's what I want you to do. Then I also want you to clean your face, brush your teeth, put your jewelry away, maybe take a bath tonight. Maybe you take your shower in the morning, one or the other. Get your PJs on. If there's a spot on your clothes, yesterday I was wearing a blouse that was still clean. It had a little tiny spot on it, so I spotted it and I steamed it so it's all pretty, and I let it hang out so it could air out and dry, and then I put it in my closet this morning. So those are the things you do to get yourself ready. Then you get in your bed and know that most adults take about 30 minutes to calm down and get ready to go to sleep. So you might want to read a scripture passage, you might want to watch YouTube, whatever it is you do that makes you relax and go to sleep. All right, that's your evening routine. I want you to do it every evening. Now, kids' routines come before yours most of the time unless you're exhausted. And you can't go to bed before the kids, but you can do everything else, like, get your face clean, get your pajamas on, clean the kitchen. You can't. Maybe you don't want to turn on the dishwasher yet. Maybe you don't want to brush your teeth yet. There may be you want maybe a bowl of ice cream in your future, but then you get the kids ready for bed, and their little plan is something like this: pick up your toys, pick out your book, go take a bath, wash your hair. Thank you, Larry. So sweet. Wash your hair or wash your body, whatever. Take your bath, wash your hair if you need to. Put on your pajamas, put your clothes in the dirty clothes, go get in the bed, and we'll read a book. That's a simple before kids' bed routine. Okay, I saw Kimmy said something, so let me go back here. You have 4 bags and a printer to bring out to donate. Feels good. Awesome, Kimmy. That office has been your project on and off for such a long time. But I know you changed offices, you moved your office, so you probably have a little bit extra. But it's not going to be long before you never have that again, especially if you can take care of it on a daily basis, Miss Kimmy. Okay. Mr. B said, welcome, Melissa. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. He's so crazy. Mr. B, did you survive daylight savings time? I think he made it. Betsy said, I have been following and a subscriber for a while. Have you talked to us before? Because I think I recognize the name, but maybe not. Maybe I'm confused. And if you haven't, welcome to our chat. We're so happy to have you here. Catherine Horrocks, good afternoon. Mr. B did survive. Thanks for asking about the daylight savings. Chrissy, good afternoon. There's the link for you, how to do the Flylady system for newbies that Mr. B put up. She's in her apron. How are you? 23 KC says, what's your name, KC? And then Mr. B gave me $5. I don't know why, but that was very sweet, Mr. B. Thanks. Barban said, Kimmy. Jesse B, do you do your evening routine like an hour before bed, or is it something you do right after dinner? Oh, do it before bed. Do it before bed unless you're exhausted. If you're exhausted, do it right after dinner. It's okay. It's totally okay. Here's a question, and it's in caps like it's supposed to be. It helps me find it. Oh, Melissa, you took it away. I was going to answer your question. Mr. B, Melissa B is one of my people. Please put her back. Now I don't know what she said. Melissa, I'm sorry, Mr. B took... Oh, Mr. B said he hit the wrong person. So he hit you, and now you've been hit. But he fixed you. But would you please restate your question? I apologize on behalf of Mr. B. Barbara said, thanks for the link, Mr. B. Oh, 23KC got hidden. Hi, Fayyad Abid. Okay, so Melissa, please, darling, can you retype that? I'm so sorry. I wanted to answer your question because it was all good. It was all in questions, and you had your little red question mark. Made me so happy. I guess Marty's not on here to help Mr. B. Mr. B. Excuse Mr. B, he's tired. Daylight savings has kicked his cuckoo. So funny. Not funny for somebody who has to type her question again, but that's okay. I'm saying it's okay. I hope it is okay, Melissa B. We've only got 36 people on here. It's like a private party. I've been waiting. I'm waiting for the question or anybody's question. Anyway, let's go over the schedule again for live videos. Live videos starting tomorrow. Tomorrow's Tuesday. I'm going live in the morning with my sister Marty. Okay, here we're gonna go. I'm gonna answer your question, Melissa. Let me go over this real quick. Marty's gonna be with me in the morning live at 9 o'clock, and I'm doing my regular 6 o'clock-ish evening one. But on Wednesday, I'm not going to go live at all because I have calls from 7 in the morning to 7 at night. It's just too hard. Thursdays, I have calls from 9 in the morning to 3 in the evening. I'm not going to do the morning, but I will do the 6 o'clock in the evening. Friday, I'm going to do Was it 1 on Friday, Larry, Mr. B? I think it's 1 on Friday, Friday night, Friday morning, and none on Saturday or Sunday. That's our new schedule. I'll announce each one the day before so you'll remember, but that's what's happening. Okay, let me get to Melissa's question before somebody takes her down again. Jesse wants to know, did everybody do their weekly home blessing? Melissa said, I'm struggling with the weekly home blessing. My husband works swing shift and is still in bed in the morning. I tend to not get it until later on. Feels like it takes forever. So if he's still in the bed, here's what you can do. Your 3 baby jobs, which are empty all the garbage cans, dust the whole house, and clean the glass in the house, just the spots. Maybe you can ignore the bedroom because he's sleeping and the door's shut. That's fine. Then you only have to mop the kitchen and the bathrooms. Maybe you can't get to your master bath. That's fine. And vacuum. And you might not want to vacuum because he's sleeping. But guess what? When he wakes up, you won't have a lot to do. You can vacuum, which takes 10 minutes maximum for the whole house. Mop the one bathroom, if you have one, 2 minutes. And you would have already vacuumed the bedroom, and then strip the bed, put the sheets in the wash. So you will have most of it done. You just have that one little bit done. You have to coach yourself that as soon as he gets up and gets out of there, that's what you have to do. Everything else is done. The house looks nice. Okay? Okay. And who knows, you might be able to vacuum. I don't know if he's sensitive to noise or not. I know when I work night shift and Mr. B worked night shift, we try to keep it quiet for each other. Okay. Deidre, hello. Please tell us your new daily schedule again. I think I told you that. Question, when you have your week away, how does it affect your weekly zones? I don't have a week away anymore. I'm home all the time now. I just go for a couple of hours, a couple of days a week to my parents' home. But if I did have a week away, I ignored the fact that I had a week away. When I came home, I stepped in wherever it was. So if I missed the zone, I missed the zone. It's not the end of the world. You're going to hit the zone again, and nothing ever stays the same. Okay? All right. Mr. B said, Melissa, you were right next to a troll. Melissa B, it's okay, Mr. B, I saw that troll. Thanks for bringing me back. Allison, hey, did not get a notification. I wonder if others, yeah, I don't think anybody did. There's only 35 of you on here. We usually have in the evening. Sometimes there'll be over 200 people that pop in and out with at least 60, 70, 80 people at night. So they didn't get the notification. But girls, 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time is generally when I go live, 6 to 6:30. Morning on Friday. Okay, so here's the schedule again, just so it makes sense. Twice on Monday, twice on Tuesday, 9 a.m., 6 p.m.-ish. Wednesday, not at all. Thursday, 6 p.m., not in the morning. Friday morning, 9 a.m.-ish, and not on Saturday and Sunday. Because there's just not the volume of viewers on Saturday and Sunday to really make it worthwhile. And I think I'd rather you be enjoying your weekend while I enjoy my weekend. Friday evenings aren't a really good time. We don't get a lot of people on then either. So we'll get everything Friday morning. And then the other days are days I just can't do it. I can't do it when I go live at 9. I can't also go live at 9 and be mentoring people. So I was having to go earlier and I don't want to do that. So that's what because I have to get prepared for the day. And then on the other day when I can't go at all because I'm on at 7 in the morning and don't stop till 7:30 at night. Okay, that's the schedule. And I'll let you know before it happens each day so you'll know, okay? All right, let me go back here and see what else we've got. We'll miss you, Kat. I'll be here, girls. And if you're my patrons, if you're my patrons, come on over to the patron channel. I make you 5 videos a week over there. You have Kathy Overload, Kat Overload, and Kat and Mr. B. We're still going to do things over there. So let us get moved, though, before we do a lot there, too. That's the other thing that's going on. We're trying to sell our warehouse is sold, and if the closing happens when it's supposed to happen, April 11th, April 10th, then we're going to be moving and all that stuff. So it's just, plus working this job, plus taking care of my parents. And this is a job that I do for you. So I just don't have enough time to do it as extreme. Okay, let's see. Allison, I never get one, Janet said. Aw, Jackie, hi Kat, didn't think nobody got a notification. It's probably a YouTube issue. Betsy Olson Mikowski, I have yet to get my home to a manageable space. I keep decluttering, but not enough. Feel like I keep ending up surrounded with clutter. Feel like a hamster on a wheel. Any tips? Absolutely. First of all, you have to be a gatekeeper to anything you've decluttered. You have to protect it. It's super vulnerable because the habit for you and your family is to clutter that area. So that's why I suggest you do 3 clutter checks a day. In the morning, in the afternoon, and in the evening. Remember not to get mad. This is not anybody's fault, yours or your family's. It's mindless clutter through years of habit. So we're trying to break those habits in 90 days, doing clutter checks 3 times a day until that becomes a habit. And then people actually learn to pick up, when they stand up, to look around themselves and pick their things up and leave the room the way they found it. That's what you want, and you can do it. And it is true. You are a hamster on a wheel if you don't do that, because clutter comes in with every wave. It just comes in like seaweed all over your house. So you have to do 3 clutter checks a day. It's not hard. It's not easy, but it's not hard. It requires self-discipline. It requires the adult in you to overtake the child in you. You can do it. That's what we're here for. We're here to give you power, to give you control, and to help you be accountable to someone. So here's where you come. And you can give me your little report every day, right on these live videos, or almost every day. All right. Okay, let's see. So that was Betsy. Melissa, A-OK, makes sense. Perfectionist in me wants to do it all in one block. Thank you. You're welcome, Melissa B. Allison, I'm so proud of you for modifying your schedule. I was worried you were getting burned out. No, but I am pretty tired on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. I mean, on Wednesdays and Thursdays. I know you can see how I look by the end of the day. Yes, Allison, I did not get notified either. No one did. Mr. B didn't get notified. Stephanie, just had a hysterectomy last Monday. Any tips for baby steps during recovery? Yes, I had a complete hysterectomy, and it was done right through the abdominal wall. So it was wasn't the one where you take out the pieces the other way. And I was young, I was 39, and I thought, oh, this will be great. I've got 6 weeks off. I'm going to walk, and I'm going to can, and I'm going to freezer cook. I'm going to do all this great stuff because I'm young and healthy, and this will be a breeze. So I got home. Mr. B was making me laugh. I remember sitting on the bed holding a pillow over my incision, and Mr. B he wasn't doing anything funny, but for some reason I found him hysterical. And he turned his back to me and he was laughing because he knew I thought he was funny, which was making me laugh and cry at the same time because it hurt so bad. I remember that, which is stupid, but that's what I remember. But I also remember about after a week or so, I thought, oh great, I'm feeling better. I'm gonna walk. And so I walked outside of my house, I walked down the driveway, and I walked about the length of my front yard. And I turned around and I thought, oh no, how am I going to get back? Because I ran out of juice about right there. And I struggled to walk back across, back up the street, the length of my front yard, which was just a regular front yard, up this driveway and into the house. It was exhausting. The other thing I remember doing is freezer cooking. I thought, instead of freezer cooking before the surgery, oh no, I instead thought, I'll freezer cook. I discovered freezer cooking. I got a book from the library before I had my surgery. So I had this book, and I was going to freezer cook from this book. And man, I did. I got it all out there, and I started freezer cooking. I was sitting on a stool, and I got in the middle of that freezer cooking, which, Kimmy, if you're still on here, you know how you can get. And back then I was a perfectionist, and I would drill down on that and the whole house would fall apart, and I was just working on that freezer cooking. I was so obliterated, so exhausted because I did that freezer cooking, and then I had to stop and put it all away and clean up all the mess. And I probably cooked, I can still remember some of the things I made. I made so much food, it was ridiculous. And then guess where I was for the next 3 days? In bed. I wiped myself out. So my suggestion, no matter how, if you're not cut abdominally or if you are, my suggestion is that you do what your doctor says and take it very easy. Know that you'll run out of juice really quick and that you need a lot to recover from surgery anyway. Anesthesia alone is something to recover from. So take your time, pre-plan. You've already had your hysterectomy, so you probably already know you run out of gas real quick. But if any of you are having any kind of surgery, pre-plan, make sure you have some meals lined up, something in the freezer, and don't do a lot afterwards. You can do a few little things. I mean, after all, if I could freezer cook, I know you could wipe out your sink. You may be able to swish your toilet. Do your routines. And then delegate. Delegate. You know what needs to be done. Delegate those things. Or at least skip them and don't worry about it. It's going to be there when you're done. If you have children and a husband, do the clutter checks. You can look in your house and say, oh, this needs to be picked up and this needs to be picked up. And they'll be glad when you're better. But ask them for your help. Ask them to help you, okay? Hope you feel better real soon. Okay, let's see. Oh, you guys have been having just a whole party without me. All right, we've been on 30 minutes, so I'm going to start at the bottom, work my way up, and that's going to be it. I'm going to end with Betsy's comment. Your personal story is so helpful. Thank you. Glad you healed up and learned so much. Thank you, Betsy. Maria said something. Melissa said something to Maria. Sunshine, baby, what age did you become more organized? Really doing the Flylady program? Probably in 2000. Let me think. I may have been doing the Flylady system then, as a matter of fact. I'm trying to remember. I know that I looked for the Sidetracked Home Executives in about 2001 online and couldn't find them and found Flylady and started following her. So I was born in 53. So how old was I? 63, 73, 83, 93. I was probably 45. 48, something like that. So no, I wasn't doing the Flylady system. I was just doing the Sidetracked Home Executives, which was great, but a little more difficult because you had all those cards. But it's what the Flylady system was based on. Okay, going backwards. No more typing because I'm not going to be able to answer. Sunshine Baby, you have to say your name because I can't remember because you haven't been on for a couple of days. Mr. B put the Patreon page. If you're interested in being a force of 1,000, please join Patreon. It's only $5 a month. You get 20 videos a month. You get me as your personal person. I'm going to actually answer your comments here. I don't have a lot of opportunity to answer a lot of your comments except on these live videos. When you comment on the YouTube thing, a lot of time I just want you to know I've seen it, so I'll give it a heart. But there's so many comments now, I can't answer them. I can answer them on Patreon though. Okay, any good ideas for cooking chicken cutlets tonight? Nancy, my thing for a chicken cutlet is always either grill it or saute it in a pan. That's my favorite. You can put all kind of seasoning on it and can make it taste any way you want. If you happen to like hot wings, you can put Frank's wing sauce on it, and that's delicious. Makes my mouth water to think of it, but you might not like that. You might like some kind of a lemon salt or a lime something, or or you can also do a quick marinade. There's so many things you can do with a chicken cutlet. Good evening, beautiful purpose, but I don't remember. Oh, that's my Amanda. That's my Amanda. Hi, Amanda. Oh, we are going to have a special guest on karaoke on Friday, and that is my sister Marty, who, guess what? I thought she couldn't sing. She told me years ago she couldn't sing. She sings just like I do. So I'm going to have give me confidence to have Marty singing with me. And then her husband has a beautiful voice, and so he's going to sing with us too. So we're going to have fun on Friday. This Friday, I think, is going to be our last one until we move, though. We love a surprise pop-in. Oh, I was not supposed to tell who it was, Mr. B. Sorry. Alyssa agreed that patron is awesome. Thank you, Alyssa. No gospel hour anytime soon. We just can't get to it right now, but we are probably going to do it later. Trisha. Oh, you did say your name. I'm just reading backwards. Okay, Trisha, thank you. Maria said, get the zone home blessing all by 9 in the morning. Oh, and morning routine, and went out, or got it done, and went out with my girlfriend. I'm so tired. But it's a good tired, isn't it? Patreon is awesome, Melissa said. What's everybody making for dinner? I've already had my dinner. It was chicken. It was a roast chicken breast and mixed vegetables. It was delicious. Mr. B made it. Well, he bought the chicken. Let's see. Can you tell me a little more about Patreon? Is it L or M Beasley? And what's your name? I can't remember. Come back in and tell me your name in, and I'll tell you a little about Patreon before I go. Jackie Longnecker, very good idea on your schedule. We love you. Thank you, Jackie. Stephanie, rest and speedy recovery from Mr. B. Yep, no notification, but I was getting ready to listen to the morning replay, and I saw you were live. Thanks, Barb. Okay, I've caught up. So let me go down here to the bottom and see. Sunshine, I am 64 and just getting organized. Thank you, Mr. B. Okay, so I'm waiting for an answer. Okay, well, I'll just tell you about Patreon. So Patreon, if you don't know, Patreon is an app you can put on your phone or you can get on Luann. Thank you, Luann. I see, I now remember. You have to tell me every time if you're not on here a lot. Thank you, Luann. Patreon is, you can have an app on your phone or you can just go to patreon.com and you can, Luann, why'd you take your name away, honey? Oh, she put it in caps. Okay. And you can join and watch videos that I make specifically for you. So, well, my planner's over there. I would tell you some of the videos I have recently. But if you go back and watch on this channel, I do a Patreon and review, and it tells you the names of the videos that I've been making. And every week I do that and let you know the names of the videos I've been making. So if you're a patron, which is what you're called when you join Patreon, you'll be paying $5 a month, which is drafted automatically either from your PayPal, your credit card, or your debit card, however you set it up, $5 a month, and you get not only 20 videos a month that I'm making currently, but you get there's almost 175 that I've already made that you have access to. You have a place to personally message me. You can make notes on the videos and send me questions and messages. I make a point to answer those. I have to answer those. And if you give me suggestions and it's relevant to Flylady, I will make a Flylady video for you on Patreon and give you credit for that. So, and there's some things coming in the future where we may be able to have even better communication on Patreon. So I'm encouraging you to come. You're paying about 25 cents a video and there's no advertisements. And the videos run anywhere from 3 to 5 minutes on average. Sometimes they'll last a little longer, but they're about not necessarily how to do the Flylady system, but things that affect your life that could affect the Flylady system, but definitely affect your life and the way you live it and the way you do the Flylady system and the way you are with your children. I even have videos for teenagers, videos for little kids, videos for big kids. Well, one each. That was a suggestion from Micah. I think it was from Micah People. Anyway, today's was titled Resolutions and Perfectionism. Thank you, Mr. B. So I welcome you to come over and be one of my patrons. It's really an honor for me to have you come over there. We are working toward 1,000 patrons by the end of this year, December 31st. And so I'm calling each person who comes in part of the force of 1,000, a force for change, because you're going to change your life, which in turn changes your family's life, your friends' lives. It changes so much. Just one little person can change so much in their realm. All right, that's it for today. I hope you had a fabulous day, and I want you to always remember that you are beautiful. Good night.